Hey everyone! Today, let's dive into the Roaring Twenties, an era marked by jazz, prohibition, and yes, gangsters. And who could symbolize this era better than the infamous Al Capone? Let's peel back the layers of myth to reveal the real face of this notorious figure. Al Capone, often called Scarface, wasn't just a cold-blooded gangster as the movies often paint him. Born in Brooklyn in 1899 to Italian immigrant parents, Capone was actually a bright student who showed promise. But why did he turn to a life of crime? Well, it was a combination of early exposure to gang activity in his neighborhood and the sudden death of his father that pushed young Al into the underworld. Now fast forward to the 1920s. Capone moves to Chicago and quickly climbs the ranks of Johnny Torrio's gang. Prohibition had just kicked in, and there was big money and illegal booze. Capone had a knack for business, albeit a shady one. He wasn't just a thug, he was a savvy businessman who knew how to play the system. But here's where it gets interesting. Despite his ruthless reputation, Capone had a softer side. He was known to be incredibly generous within his community, often helping the poor and needy. This Robin Hood persona was no accident. It was a deliberate attempt to maintain public support and shape his image. Capone's downfall? The very thing that made him powerful: his business. In 1931, the law finally caught up with him, not for bootlegging or murder, but for tax evasion. He was sentenced to 11 years in federal prison, a sentence that marked the end of his reign. After his release due to deteriorating health, Capone lived out his final years in Miami, haunted by syphilis that eventually claimed his life in 1947. His legacy, however, lives on, woven into the fabric of American culture and history. So there you have it, Al Capone, not just a gangster, but a complex man who was a product of his time and circumstances. Thanks for joining me on this historical deep dive. If you enjoyed this exploration, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights into the past. See you next time.